So, Thanksgiving is coming. And, like, you know, it's kind of a funny holiday for me because I don't have any family. Like, literally none. The one stepsister, she is my stepsister, no doubt, that I do have, she wouldn't piss on me if I was on fire. For real. Not unless I could do something for her. That person has never done anything for me in my entire life. Well, except for, like, try to ruin my reputation. For decades. Really nice person. Anyway. So, Thanksgiving's coming. I think today is the 19th. And, we have nowhere to be. And I can't even tell you. Like, actually, I mean, I probably won't hear from anyone on that day. Like, no text. No, phone call, like, nothing. I'm sure of it. Like, I'm pretty sure. And, like, nobody will invite us to Thanksgiving anything. And, you know, like, me and my dog is what I mean. And, I just want to say that, like, I'm happy with that. Genuinely. I'm good. And why? Like, why would you be happy with that? You know, like, are you crazy? I'm like, I'm crazy, but only in the good ways. And it's not even an act, or I'm not being inauthentic or bitter or resentful or sarcastic or cynical or jaded in any way. Like, believe me or not, I don't really care. It's like Ripley's Believe It or Not around here for me. So, you know, like, I mean, I genuinely have no one in the whole world, not just here in the town where I live, but like anywhere. And, like, that's chill with me. And why? That's because, like, I have a joy that goes deeper than that. I have a fulfilled life and heart and mind, healed heart, mind, that's just so fulfilled by my relationship with God that I just genuinely don't care. And, you know, like, if someone invites us, great. If they don't, great. Like, it's either way. And when you find yourself fulfilled in those kind of ways, you just know that you're genuinely happy, and that you would be happy no matter what you had. If you had, you know, if you woke up tomorrow and you were a millionaire, you know, multi-millionaire, you'd be happy. If you, like, woke up tomorrow and you have nothing, you'd be happy. And, like, that's not an easy place to get to. And it's not an easy place to maintain and sustain either. And, excuse me, because I've been doing this for a while, I don't mean just the, you know, without a place to live thing. I mean, like, this, you know, the sustaining and maintaining true joy in my heart and my mind, and genuinely feeling that, genuinely feeling it in a deep down way, and in, like, really searching myself in every way possible for, you know, am I being ingenuine about this in any way, even the smallest of ways? Am I, and not just with YouTube, whoever may be watching this video, but also with myself. Most importantly, with myself and God, because that's the most important connection I have, other than with my dog. And, you know, when you find that you search yourself and you allow yourself to be searched by God, kind of itchy nose right now. It just, like, started as soon as I started doing the video. You'll find that, and you don't find anything that's wanting, anything that's, you know, lacking, anything that's unhealed, and you do that again and again and again and again and again. It's such a good feeling. Like, I would not give up my peace of mind, and as much as I love my dog, don't get me wrong, I love her more than anything or anyone else in this world, that's in this world. And, like, I wouldn't even give it up for her. If she was some, you know, pain in the ass, like, mean dog, you know, I'd work with her, of course. But, like, what I'm saying is that when you have that joy and that peace within you, no one can take that from you. No one. You could be in any circumstance, you could be in any situation, you know, you could have anything happen, anything. And you know, like, you just know, it's this deep down knowing that you know you'd be happy no matter what. That's amazing. Like, I can't think of a better gift than that. And I've gotten that from God, and specifically from Christ, my relationship with God in Christ, through Christ. And I'm just so grateful for those things. And I make it a point to spend every day in gratitude. I mean, I wake up and almost the first thought on my mind is, thank you, Father. Thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for giving me this, you know, this healed heart. And I mean, I genuinely had a really broken heart, and not over some ex or something like that, although I'm not belittling any of those emotions. I lost 12 people. I didn't lose them. I know where I left them, but they all died in less than 6 years. It was about 5.5 years that all these people died, including my younger brother. And, you know, my mother, my younger brother, my best friend, Margaret, one of my soulmates, my great aunt Shirley, you know, I mean, all kinds of people died. And I mean, just gone. And I had, you know, I don't have a relationship with my stepsister. I never really did. She always, you know, put me to the side while claiming that I was doing that to her. It's like very narcissistic behavior. I genuinely have tried in so many ways to have connections with people, and then I realized that, you know, they don't value me the same way that I valued them. They don't care about me the same way that I've cared about them. They have never sacrificed for me the way that I've sacrificed for them, ever, never, never. They don't even know how. You know, and genuinely, when you don't have a healed heart mind, you can't even begin to understand what it is to really truly sacrifice for others. A lot of people sacrifice a lot for their children, and I honor that in every way. And at the same time, that's why you had them, you know. But when you sacrifice for children that aren't yours, hey, stop that. When you give up things, years and years and years of your life, and not only do you do it for people who don't give a shit about you, but you also do it without getting any credit, none, ever. Like, I think my younger stepsister would probably die before she'd give me credit for anything. But, like, you know, when I had those heart-to-heart conversations with my mother and my younger brother before they died, my mother begging my forgiveness for certain things, begging my forgiveness for the you know, the childhood that I had, and being the eldest, you know, I know that it looked very different from the perspective of my younger siblings, and, you know, they just simply didn't have the strength that I had. They just didn't. And that, you know, God, you'll get, you know, as a chosen one, you will get pulled into situations and into the lives of people where, you know, and I'm not saying that you should just like seek these things out, but you'll find that God puts you in situations with people and places and things that don't care about you at all. And I'm not, like I said, you shouldn't seek those things out. But when you find yourself in situations like that, you know, and you know you're just really like eating shit sandwiches like one after another, and nobody seems to care, you know, remember that it's important for you to care about yourself. One of the greatest gifts that you can ever give to the world is your self-love. Because, you know, a huge reason why the world's in the unbelievable, unmitigated disaster that it's in right now, is because people don't love themselves. And I don't mean in some egotistical, like, you know, self-absorbed way. I mean genuinely care about themselves, to get up every morning, put a smile on their face for them and for other people, to do the things that they know are good for them, to meditate, to pray, to exercise, to read books. I mean, whatever that is for you. Hey, stop. What are you doing? Stop, boo. Stop, please. You know, whatever that looks like for you, you know, but to do those things for yourself and to care about, you know, what you eat, what you eat, like physically, what you know, feeds your mind, what you feed your heart, to make sure that you laugh, like genuinely laugh, you know, like just, you know, this really like joyful laugh, and just, you know, like a nice laugh every day. It's good medicine. I mean, I don't think there is anything that's more positive than that. And to stay, and to, you know, speaking of positivity, to stay positive even when it seems absurd is a really fine gift to give yourself and to other people. You know, and I would say this to the moms and the dads out there too, not just people that are single, or, you know, dog moms, or, you know, kitty moms, or kitty dads, or any of those kinds of things. It's for everyone. When you truly love yourself and you're truly healed, you are a gift to the world. And don't doubt that. You are. You're more special, more powerful, and more valuable than you could possibly imagine. And they fear the day that you discover that you remember it. 10:10 on the clock when I said that. So, you know, as hard as it is sometimes, and I know it's hard. I've had my heart broken multiple times. I've had ultimate betrayals by my mother, other family members that are now, you know, dead and gone. You know, and friends and exes. I mean, I've had it all and then some. You know, if you watched any of my previous, hey, stop it with that. You're just going a little bit too nuts. Here, chew on that one. You know, if you watch any of my other videos, specifically, hey, stop, meow, stop that now. If you watch, I said stop, boo-boo, stop. What are you doing anyway? What are you going after? If you watch any of my, stop, Mimu, stop that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do that to me. Smack your bottom. What are you doing? Stop, boo. Don't do that. Stop. Stop that. Stop. I mean it, Peanut. Stop, boo. Don't do that to me. What are you doing, goof? Knock it off. Here. You hungry? Here. Goofball. When you find yourselves in those hard times, and you will, they will hit you. I don't care who you are, where you come from, or any such other thing. And neither does the world. It doesn't care. But when you find yourself in those situations, and you will, they will hit you hard too, and it just doesn't even care. The world has no mercy that way. And you know, you just don't even know if you can continue. 12:13 on the clock when I said that, because I mean, there were times in my life where I genuinely didn't want to live. I mean, I didn't want to, and I'm not even gonna lie, like, I was a mess. And and the reason why I kept falling down into these, you know, bottomless pits of despair, is because I didn't love myself. I didn't know how. Nobody taught me. And when, you know, and most of us, that's the case. And when you haven't been taught how to love yourself, it's a real, like, mind fuck to figure that out. Like, seriously. Nobody can really teach you how. You can read all the self-help books, you can watch all the videos on YouTube, but it's something you feel. And until you feel it, it's really, like, lost on you. You know, like, it's like banging your head against the wall repeatedly, like insanity, you know? No one can tell you how to do it. Like, you can have all the life coaches in the world, you can have 13:14 on the clock. You can listen to all the tarot card readers. You can go to all the spiritual gurus. You can do all of those things, and still it will pass you by. And why? Because it's simply something you have to feel for yourself. You cannot be told. How to do it. You figure it out for yourself. And when you stop defeating yourself and you stop giving up on yourself, that's when you know you're onto something. That's when you know that you're making it. That's when you know that you're making progress. And, you know, I mean, I know that this world has missed out on some really, really powerful people, some very gifted people, because they were taken out by self-hatred. And it's not even like you're sitting around hating yourself. You're just not loving yourself. Just not loving yourself is enough to feel that despair. And once you fall down that, you know, into the depths of despair, it's really hard to get out. And like I said, you can have all the spiritual guidance in the world and still miss the mark. Excuse me. Religion misses the mark. Spirituality misses the mark. I mean, all these things that we're given, all these tools that we're given, and still it's not enough, because you genuinely have to feel it. You have to feel it. It's something you have to feel. And if you don't feel it, frankly, it's not real. Now there is a certain, there is a certain amount of fake it till you make it kind of thing going on. And it's not really about like faking it in some, ingenuine way. It's more just like, I know that this is how I want to feel. And that, that anything else, sometimes when you have nothing else, the only way you can really do it is to just hang on to what you've got. And sometimes all that really amounts to at any given moment, until you genuinely feel it, is faking it. Telling yourself like affirmations and things like that. I mean, I've told myself affirmations, and man, I just felt like, this is bullshit. Like, I don't even believe what I'm saying right now. Like looking in the mirror, telling myself, oh, I love you and all this kind of stuff. And still, what's that? And still, I really genuinely didn't feel it. And that's where Are you kissing your phone? Are you kissing your phone? Sorry. Sorry. That was funny. Bro was like standing like just a couple feet from my car. I'm like, dude, Sorry, dude. That was fucking hella funny though. Yo, be careful with that skateboard. I almost killed somebody on their skateboard coming down the mountain the other day. Yeah, it was not cool. It would have been traumatic for both of us. Stop, Mia. Stop, boo. But, like, there's a reason why skateboarding is outlawed on this road. It's because it's hella dangerous. And, like, unless you have a car going in front of you, that shit is not safe. I don't care what anyone says. Stop, Mia. No eating skateboarders today. No eating skateboards. No eating skateboards or the guys who ride them. People have no boundaries. It's the weirdest thing ever. They just like have no clue. It's weird. But that's where the fake it till you make it part comes in. When you stop, Meow. Stop, boo-boo. It's all right. He's going away. It's really important to stay positive through those times and to not give up, because hard times will not last. So, I did a reel, I think it was a reel, on Instagram. And, I was saying, when you're having hard times, make sure, that you're staying prayed up, that you're meditating, and thinking about what you're thinking about. Be the observer of your thoughts, but also, and genuinely feel through your emotions. Don't just skip over them. It's okay to cry. It's healing. It's good. And it's okay if you're feeling depressed. Like, you should feel that. Like, not depression necessarily is never a good thing. However, if you are feeling that way, or you are feeling anxious, sit in that emotion, instead of trying to escape it, because the escaping of it is really where the trap begins. And the more you try to escape it, the harder it chases after you. I know, I've been there, done that. And I got tired of being destroyed by, like, and I was the only one destroying myself. You understand? Like, nobody was doing it to me. I was doing it. 18 on the clock when I said that. And when you realize that you are the creator or destroyer in your own world, I mean, to a huge extent, not the ultimate, not capital G God, but, lowercase g God, it empowers you, and it really lifts the burden off of you to be or do or feel or think anything that you actually aren't feeling or doing or thinking, So, I hope that this resonates with somebody. If you're going through hard times, look, warrior, you're not alone. And I know that it's hard, but keep going. Keep going. I know it doesn't make sense right now. I know that it hurts. I know that you're crying. I know that you're in your bedroom at night just like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Heart beating out of your chest, head spinning, feeling lightheaded and all types of wrong. And no matter what's happened to you, you're going to make it through this. You're going to make it, and you're going to be okay. And you can only be stopped if you allow yourself to be stopped. You can only give up if you give yourself the permission to give up. So don't give yourself permission to give up. Keep going. If you need to, go cry your fucking eyes out. Then get up, go into the mirror. Do not eat the blankets. You've already made all of our blankets holy. My dog makes everything holy. Literally by putting holes in it. But, go cry and look yourself in the mirror and, then slap the shit out of yourself, wash your face off, and get up and do it again. I know it sounds kind of hardcore, but unless you're your own drill sergeant, no one's going to do that for you. And even if they could, it wouldn't, you would lose it. I mean, if you ever lose that person, which like in my case, I lost everybody. If you ever lose that person, then you lose that part of yourself. If you ever don't have access to that motivation, and if it comes from outside of yourself, you're just asking for trouble. In the future, you will have to come up against that again on your own. And when you do, you'll be bereft, crestfallen, because you won't know how to go within. Go within so you never have to go without. Every time. Go within so you don't have to go without. And once you go within and you dig it all out and clean out the spiritual closet and clean out everything and, rearrange it and everything else. Doesn't it feel nice when you rearrange your house? Like you rearrange your bedroom or, clean out your car, whatever it is, wherever you live. I mean, I happen to live in my car. So, it's like that. So, always go within so you never have to go without. And start within, because everything you need is inside of you. Everything that you could ever possibly need, all the strength, all the motivation, all the beauty, all the creativity, it's all within you. Stop telling yourself that you don't have it, that you can't do it, because you're arguing for your own limitations. When you argue for your own limitations, you get to keep them. Ouch. So take it easy on yourself. Instead of saying can't, or, I don't have this, say, you know what, I do have this other thing. Maybe you don't have that at the moment, but don't focus on that. Focus on what you do have, what you can do now. And even if it's just getting up, I mean, like, I've seen people in horrible depression. I've been in horrible depression myself. And when you don't chew holes in things, please, I just don't want to replace them right now. And there will be times in your life when things are just extra hard. When you find yourself in those depths, maybe you haven't, brushed your hair or like taken a shower for like a week, just be like, take those little victories, take them, maybe you just like today, like made your bed, like give yourself the credit to say, like, I did this today. And maybe you don't want to, like admit that to other people that you haven't been doing things for yourself, like eating properly or taking care of yourself in whatever way that, whatever way, but take those little victories, give them to yourself, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Literally. I say at the end of my videos, love, blessings, compassion, to everyone. And take care of yourselves, take care of each other. No one's going to do it for us. Well, that's the truth. No one's going to do it for another person, and no one's going to do it for you. They simply cannot do it. It's just, that's not how it works. We can do things for other people in certain aspects, but genuinely, when it comes down to, at the end of the day, even your husband or wife can't pull your weight for you. You have to do it. And, even in those relationships, if you aren't able to pull your weight, your partner is going to get sick of pulling that weight for you. Even as much as any one human being might love another, it gets exhausting to pull the weight for someone else. So, love, blessings, and compassion to everyone, literally. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. No one's coming to save us, so get to work. No one can do this for us.